This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Callie Fucarino, and I've had the pleasure of serving as the president of the class of 2020 this year. As today was supposed to be the day that we gathered as a class and celebrated our graduation, I wanted to offer some words to commemorate it. When we were told that we had to come back to campus after spring break, pack up, and work from home for the rest of the semester, I'm sure I wasn't the only one nursing a broken heart. We were certainly being challenged. Since the day I moved out, however, I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I did get to the point of seeing this challenge, this bump in the road, as something positive. Of course, it's okay to feel a little cheated out of the full experience we were promised. We did not sign up for online classes, we wanted to thank our professors in person, and we looked forward to spending as much time as we could with the friends we've made throughout the years. But in the last 2 months, we've actually been exercising aspects of the well-rounded education we were so fortunate to receive at Gettysburg. We have had to lean on our communication skills to stay connected to friends, professors, and members of the faculty. We have reflected and written about our experiences. The Gettysburgian has been full of new pieces. Student leaders have continued programming in the most creative ways, and we have continued to think critically and respectfully engage in commentary about the world around us as informed citizens, even if it was on Zoom. As much as I wish we were gathered today, sweating in our caps and gowns, trying not to fall down the stairs of Penn Hall as our friends and families watched, I know the reason we aren't is bigger than us and plans we may have had for our senior year. And I urge you to remember that the last 2 months have only proven that our community cannot be undermined, that our education from this institution is invaluable, and we have a special place that is really difficult to say goodbye to and will always have a piece of our hearts. What our last days as Gettysburg students would look like shifted drastically. But we worked hard and we did it. Although virtually, our degrees have been conferred. We are officially alumni. I know we will continue to put the skills we've gained to good use. We will move forward, continuing the mission we embarked on 4 short years ago together, chipping away at the unfinished work, knowing it'll never be done. I look forward to when we can meet again in person and revel in this achievement. But until then, great work, class of 2020. I'll see you at graduation.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our senior celebration. As Callie mentioned, today we mark the special occasion in your lives by conferring the degrees you have rightfully earned as members of this community. While we must wait a little longer to be together and to see you walk back through Pennsylvania Hall at your commencement ceremony, as is our tradition, it is important to honor you today and to recognize your remarkable contributions as Gettysburg College students. In a year filled with so many firsts for each of you and for the college, it seems only fitting for us to convene in this first-of-its-kind celebration for the college. There's no doubt that the class of 2020 will be known as the class that broke the mold and began its own traditions. May you continue to break the mold as you close this chapter in your life and begin to make your mark on a world that needs you, needs your inspiration, needs your innovation, and needs your determination. But before we confer your degrees and formally recognize the culmination of your college career, I would like to take a moment to share with you a few words, influenced in part by this distinctive moment in time and in part by the enduring values of this college that you have helped shape and that has helped shape you over the past 4 years. I know that many of you are gathering this morning with family and loved ones to view this ceremony. Perhaps it was within this same familiar setting, as a young child, that you voiced that universal phrase so synonymous with one's emerging sense of self: when I grow up. It's a phrase born of a desire to chart our own path in life, a dream constructed of grand achievements, of bold adventures, of that day when our outstretched toes may finally reach the pedals. These are the words that helped to form your earliest aspirations and that ultimately led you here to join this community in this iconic place. As members of the class of 2020, you have pursued these ambitions with vigor, and you've seen them come to fruition in the classroom, on the playing fields and the stages, and in the borough and abroad. For this, I hope you feel a real sense of accomplishment. In many ways, the phrase, when I grow up, is a paean to a world of infinite possibilities, a world where I roam center field for the Boston Red Sox, a world where we are together today, in front of Penn Hall, in caps and gowns, with thoughts of the virus confined to our study of history and literature. But as the last several months have demonstrated, our path is not always linear or even entirely in our control. We face unexpected obstacles. We make choices. Doors open, doors close. Today may not be the day we reach the pedals. Yet it is in the crucible of triumph and toil, of accomplishment and failure, that the human spirit is forged. And we have seen that spirit so vividly on display this spring, both on this campus and in the world beyond. We have seen what is possible when people rally together to support one another. We have seen what is possible when we look ahead, learning from the past, but with a focus on what we might yet achieve. It is a lesson deeply ingrained in the very land on which our college rests, where the notion of struggle and sacrifice take on special meaning. I've said in other contexts that it is too early to make lasting sense of all that we have experienced this spring. We need more time, better perspective, more hints about what changes may endure. But it is not too early to know this. What you have lived in your last 4 months is as integral to your education as any other lesson you have learned here. These events, the transitions we have been forced to make, have taught us about ourselves, about our hopes for the world, about how to navigate disappointment, about the importance of human contact. And with this context in mind, I hope you will indulge me as I make 2 final requests of you while you are in your last moments as students here. First, take pride in how you have responded to a set of circumstances unlike anything we have seen in any of our lifetimes. It would have been tempting to let uncertainty and anxiety get the better of us. And I recognize that the past few months have not always been easy, that your motivation for that next Zoom class may not have always been at its very highest. Yet, your graduation today reflects the spirit you brought to this college and to this community. Not only should you take pride in how you have rallied, as individuals and as a class, but it should also give you confidence that you are ready for whatever life may have in store for you. My second and perhaps more important point is this. The events of this spring demonstrate just how much our world needs you. We have seen profound and indeed abrupt changes to how we live, how we work, even how we interact with one another. What lessons should we take from it all? How do we move from here to advance Lincoln's unfinished work to create a more just and resilient society? Class of 2020, this is your work. Your time at this college has prepared you to shape and reshape society. You have learned to think, both logically and creatively. You have developed the capacity to understand issues through new lenses and beyond boundaries. You have practiced compassion and empathy. You have built bridges across difference. And most of all, you have seen that the best solutions are rooted not in our narrow self-interest, but in advancing the common good. In short, you have grown up and into the person your childhood self would be proud of. This is the gift of a Gettysburg education, a gift you have earned through your hard work, your dedication, your support of one another, and through a community that is built to serve society through the students it educates. When you walked through Penn Hall in 2016, we promised you an education that would ready you for the world. These last 4 months, indeed these last 4 years, have given proof that you are ready and that our world needs, now more than ever, the many talents and insights you offer. I know that you will step forward, and I know that you will make a difference. Now, having successfully completed all of your academic requirements and upon the recommendation of the Gettysburg College faculty, it is my great honor to confer your degrees. Although we are separated by distance, I will now ask, as is customary, that the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to the bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight that you have acquired. Congratulations. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to the bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight that you have acquired. Congratulations. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Music degree please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Music. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to the bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight that you have acquired. Congratulations. And finally, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Music Education degree please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Gettysburg College and the laws of this Commonwealth, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Music Education. I admit you to the rights and privileges which pertain to the bachelor's degree, and I charge you to use responsibly the learning and insight that you have acquired. Congratulations to you as well. Family and friends, will you please join me and our entire Gettysburg College community in congratulating our graduates of the class of 2020. Congratulations, one and all. Once more, class of 2020, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you on this wonderful achievement. I look forward to gathering with you again in October, right here, donned in our cap and gowns, for your in-person commencement ceremony. Until then, be safe, stay strong, and do great work.
Congratulations, class of 2020. This is Professor Buzz Myers of the Department of Religious Studies, all dressed up and know where to go.
It has been an extreme pleasure to work with the class of 2020 over the past 4 years.
I want to say how proud I am of you. First, of course, for being resilient. You were that, sturdy and unwavering in your desire to complete the semester.
When the going got tough this year, you powered through. You personified Gettysburg great on so many levels.
I've been at Gettysburg College long enough to know that not all classes are created equal. Some are special. And the class of 2020 is one of those special, memorable classes. You've demonstrated that in your willingness to make the best of the situation. You could have moaned and, excuse my French, but instead you dug in and you finished the semester with great resolve and determination. And you not only finished, you excelled.
And it hasn't been easy. These are very depressing times that perhaps reflect how depressing things were in 1863 when Lincoln came to Gettysburg and spoke. The next year and a half won't be easy, but when things settle down and habits start to take place and changes begin to take hold, you're going to be in charge. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud that we've contributed to that. I know you can't see it yet, but I do.
You have a long life ahead of you, and the current condition is temporary. So plan to see the world when this has passed.
Bring kindness, like you did this time, to every tough situation you face, because that's going to change the world.
I know you're not here, but soon you'll be gone. How can you be gone if you're not actually here? I don't know, it's a relativistic effect. It's my day off, give me a break. Anyway, the point is that from here on out, we'll be here for you. I mean, not here, but there, when, there is here for you. Gettysburg will be in Gettysburg for you.
This pandemic reminds me of a story of my grandfather, who graduated from a college in Japan with a bachelor's degree in political science right after the Great Depression. He taught me 2 valuable lessons that I still live by, and I would like to share those lessons with you as a word of a send-off. One is the value of education. Continue to invest in education because nobody can take away what you know, even during the hardest time, like Great Depression or pandemic.
Never forget how much you don't know. Never stop learning. Never stop growing. Never stop asking the important questions of yourself and of everyone around you.
I thank you for your flexibility of mind, for your generosity of spirit, for your dogged determination to get things done. Those traits will take you far in life. And I, for one, am glad to know that you will not only succeed in this world, but soon will be running it. That thought gives me hope.
We need analytical thinking. We need creativity. We need the capacity and the tenacity to make things better. And I'm sure that wherever you go, you will take these tools with you.
Keep working hard. Please keep developing all those unique dreams and talents that make you who you are.
To think of the perseverance, the innovativeness, and creativity that you have all brought to your work. I am truly inspired by you, and I have no doubt that you are bound to do great things.
You have the power to critically examine this world as it is and to actively work toward changing it into the world that may one day be.
I know this has been a difficult time, but I believe that the class of 2020 is appropriately named. After all, the term 2020 in common parlance means perfect vision. Maybe, just maybe, that is what the class of 2020 at Gettysburg College now possesses: perfect vision into what is truly important in life. and a new resolve not to let pettiness and pride and arrogance and anger cloud your vision.
You've been resilient, and at times you've been pretty brave. And we're honored to call you alumni.
What we have taught you, the experiences we've had together, the inspirations that we shared, will always be with you.
Thanks for the memories, class of 2020 of Gettysburg College. Congratulations and haste ye back.
Just remember, today and every day, it's a great day to be a bully.
I can't wait to see you back here in October, and we can celebrate this graduation the right way. Until then, savor your accomplishments, and congratulations again.
Welcome, new alumni, and go Bullets.